Hey, my name is Rodney, and I'm trying to summit all 58 Colorado 14ers. In this video, I attempted the DeCaLiBron loop. I'm driving up County Road 8, getting closer to the trailhead. I'm not sure if there's going to be any camp spots at Kite Lake, but when I was doing my research, it said that there's dispersed camping. So far, I haven't seen any spots to disperse camp in, but some of them said it's closer to the trailhead, so hopefully I'll see something, because at this point I haven't found anything that's suitable. So I'll see, hopefully when I get a little closer here I'll be able to find something. I only saw 2 dispersed campsites close to the trailhead, and they looked like they were more suited to car camping. So here I am at Kite Lake, and it is surprisingly quiet. I thought it would be a lot more activity than there is. I guess everyone that hiked the 14er today, they're gone because everybody comes early, and there's no one up yet for camping. I'm really surprised how few people are up here. I'm happy. But that being said, there's only one more site left, so we'll see how long it takes for that one to fill up. If I would have got up here probably just an hour earlier, I probably could have had my pick of them. When I first drove up, I saw these picnic tables and the fire pits, and I thought, okay, that's the camp spots, there's plenty free, but then it has signs there that say no camping, so I was a little confused about that. You can't really see any of the campsites from the parking area besides for campsite 1. So I was like, where are the campsites at? Because I definitely want to see if there's one here, and I want to get there fast. It's available. There are closer to the lake. So sites 1 and 2 are closer to the bathroom and easier if you have stuff you want to pull from your vehicle. Sites 3, 4, and 5 are kind of over a hill by the shore of Kite Lake, and those you're gonna have to carry in your stuff from the parking lot. It's not a far walk, but depending on how much stuff you have, it can be a little tiring. It costs $8 for a day pass and $20 for a campsite, and the campsite fee covers a 24-hour period. The bathroom here wasn't too bad. I would say it's adequate. It was clean. There was even a trash can in there, so to help people not throw their trash in there. There was toilet paper, always a plus. There was a Pearl dispenser, but it was not full. And it was okay. I'll go ahead and give it 3.5 toilets out of 5. Not bad. So the campsite is pretty nice. There's like a little kind of grill. You got the picnic table right here, kind of along the trail. It's a little steep and rocky right here for the tent, but there's a flat spot right there, it looks like, for the tent. And there's also a flat spot over there, but that is probably better for that campsite right there. So I'm gonna get set up right here and enjoy this night. Okay, I got settled in, got the tent all set up, and it is beautiful out here. You can see the lake, everything's nice and calm. The weather up here can be crazy, so I'm glad it's calm, at least for now. So tomorrow, up over there, I believe is Democrat. So I'll be taking the trail here. Gonna go up to there. Then you ride the ridge all the way around, hitting all 4 14ers before coming down right about there. maybe if I was coming up here in around noon and I had more time to kind of get set up, I'd do some grilling or some cooking. But when I'm leaving just right after work to come up here, it's just so much easier to do the freeze-dried meals. As a matter of fact, I've been eating them for breakfast right before I do the hikes. I am bummed because I left my iPad at home. I need something to do when it gets dark. So now I'm going to be kind of bored. But maybe I'll be able to fall asleep halfway early. We'll see. I'm curious what these Asian spicy noodles are going to taste like. I haven't had too many of the ReadyWise meals. Typically I eat the, I guess, mountain meals. Matter of fact, I did a video where I ate like 15 or 20 of them over a 2-week period to kind of taste test them. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description if you want to check that out. No, most of the part, they weren't halfway bad. So I'll see what these ReadyWise meals are like in comparison. The last campsite was taken about 6:15, which is later than I thought it would be taken, but the sites do fill up even on a Thursday night. I'm curious how it does on a Tuesday or even a Wednesday. So I was able to get mine, get all set in. Probably, in my opinion, the best campsite is campsite 5, and the people who got here just before me for campsite 5, so I didn't want to take it from them, run over there. So they'd already kind of saw 5 and scoped it out, and I got 4, which isn't too bad. And these bugs are getting a little crazy out here. I had to change my hat. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's been about 15 minutes or so. So see what the spicy Asian noodles, if they're any good. Actually, it's not too bad. Everything cooked all the way through. It seems like that's the biggest thing with these freeze-dried meals. Sometimes there can be chunks that just can't get enough hydration and they're kind of hard. So I don't taste that happening here. It has a little bit of a kick, nothing too bad, but I can definitely feel a little bit of spice in there. So not bad. Actually, looks like that last spot isn't going to be used. Those people must be at some other spot and they're just using it for the view of the lake. So I was surprised. There's only 5 sites here, and so far only 4 of them are full. I would think there'd be more people trying to get here. That's why I was a little anxious about it. When I did Mount Elbert and camped at the Elbert Creek campsite, there was quite a few people there. There are several sites in that area, and there was only a handful left when I got there around 6:15, 6:30ish. But I guess there's just a lot more things going on by that campsite, because you have Mount Elbert, then you have Mount Mastiff, you have the creek running through there, and a lot of different trails. So I think once you come up here, you're only really up here to do this hike. So maybe that keeps some of the crowds down. See, I looked out weather-wise. I could see that there was lightning down to the south of here. Hopefully it stays down on that end. It is 5:40. I just got out of the tent. I was gonna go over to the bathroom, but the parking lot is full and there's a long line to use the bathroom, so that kind of sucks. I don't know if it's gonna come out. The video's gonna get it, but there's already people on the mountain there. You can see with the headlamps that are walking up that have already got started on their trip. The DeCaLiBron Loop is 7.5 miles with 3,700 feet of elevation gain. The trail allows you to summit 4 peaks over 14,000 feet in one hike. There's Democrat at 14,154 feet, Cameron at 14,248 feet, Lincoln at 14,293 feet, and Bross at 14,178 feet. You're required to electronically sign a liability waiver that you can access online. There's also a kiosk with a QR code, but you probably won't have phone service up there, so it's best to take care of it before you get out there. The waiver is required because private landowners actually closed the trail due to liability concerns, but now it's back open, hopefully permanently. At the start of the trail, it's nice and gradual, not too bad. But quickly you get to the part where you're gonna start climbing, and it's nothing but climbing all the way up to the top of Democrat. So take it slow and see how it goes. You can start the loop in either direction. I'm going Democrat, Cameron, Lincoln, Bross, but you can reverse it and go Bross, Lincoln, Cameron, and Democrat. In my opinion, Democrat is the best way to start. The ascent up to Bross is really steep and really slick and be a tough way to start the hike. Just finished the first initial climb, catching my breath a little bit on this little flat part before I have to get back at it. So far, so good. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick them up, but way up there, they look like little ants as people. And whenever I see people that far away, it gives me these mixed feelings. Part of me is like, oh, okay, they're doing, I can do it, just one step at a time. And another part of me is like, they look so small, I have so much more to go. So let's keep on going step by step. But so far, so good. I actually don't feel too bad. I'm just taking my time, not rushing anything, and I'm feeling solid. I just made it to the saddle, about to make the push up to Democrat, but take a look at these views here. Every 14er is just amazing. No matter how many I've done so far, I'm still just amazed by the views. Now, time to get started on the climb up. I couldn't record it because there's quite a few people coming up and down, but there's a pretty good little technical scramble there, especially when people are coming up and down. You kind of get out of the way for them, but wasn't too bad. Going down is kind of gonna suck, but I hate that. I got poles for the first time to help with that. I hate going down scrambles, but hopefully that makes it better. And I've learned never to get my hopes up because there always seems to be a false summit, but it looks like I'm getting pretty close. It's hard for the video to do it justice, but it is pretty steep right now. Yeah, I'm not sure if the video can show it, but boy, is it steep. It is killing me. But I don't think I'm very far from the top, hopefully. Oh, I made it to the top of Democrat, and I feel pretty good. For some reason, the whole week when I was preparing for this, I kind of had some feelings of self-doubt. I was like, oh, your legs are going to be tired, it's going to take so long, and all those kind of thoughts for whatever reason, even though I know I can do them and I've done them before. I guess it's just one of those things. So it feels good though to get up here, have this one knocked out. So now my confidence is feeling really good for the rest of the loop. Kind of go down and up and then ride the ridge. So I think the hardest part is probably behind me, and this is incredible. It's 9:15. I still got a couple more summits to go, so too early for a beer, but at one of these summits I'm gonna have my beer and enjoy the view. Get ready to go down Democrat, go back down to the saddle, go back up there, then riding the ridge line all the way down. I've never used trekking poles before, but I bought some to help me go down these descents. Just murder on my knees. Okay, I just came down Democrat. Using the pole is really helpful. Save my knees. Now I'm gonna get ready to get up there and see if you can see it here. Okay, there we go. Now getting ready to do that climb and keep it moving. I think I'm almost there. Okay, made it to the top of Cameron. I will say the summit is a little anticlimactic. It's just kind of like a flat dirt area, but the views up here are incredible. Cameron is 14,248 feet. The next peak is Lincoln. The landscape between Cameron to Lincoln is what I imagine the surface of the moon is like. Next is Mount Lincoln up that trail. From looking at it, it looks pretty exposed, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm almost there. Lincoln, then Bros, and I'm done. Lincoln is the tallest of the four peaks at 14,293 feet and has a small section with a little bit of exposure. Made it to the top of Lincoln. A little bit of exposure, but not too bad. Only one more to go. I think I'm gonna eat my lunch now, and then hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm almost there. One final little bit of incline, and that is Bros, but you can't summit Bros because it's on private property, which kind of stinks. So I'll be walking past it, and I guess that will count. I want to respect somebody's private property, and I don't want to record myself trespassing and then put it on the internet. And a lot of people have been saying that the descent is pretty rough, so we'll see how that goes. I have these hiking poles. Here's the sign directing you to the right instead of up to the summit of Bros. Here's the kind of sort of summit for Bros, and it's all downhill from here. More than a few times along the trail, I heard people talking about how treacherous the descent down Bros is, and some people are actually seriously considering whether or not to do it. I wouldn't say that the descent is treacherous, but I would definitely say use trekking poles because it is steep and slippery. Even with the poles, I almost busted my butt a few times going down, but at no point did it feel dangerous. Peaks 8, 9, 10, and 11 out of 58 are in the books. Next, check out my attempt to summit Mount Huron, the best view so far.